The next type of dialog that we're going to talk about is the progress dialog. Now, this is an interesting dialog. It has two different kinds of progress dialogs, essentially, or two different displays that really use the same API to produce. One is the spinner, which you can see is a little spinner like the Windows 7 donut that goes around and you can display a message. And then the second one is a horizontal one, which is basically like the traditional progress bar where you can see the progress, or you can update that progress. And you can make it so that it is incremental, or you can just have it just show the progress message. It's really going to be useful for anytime that you have some kind of long running operation, that like a background operation that you're doing and you want to let the user know that something's going on, and especially if you want to update them and let them know the progress as it's happening. But one of the things that you really need to watch out for when using progress dialog is the UI threading issues. When you display this dialog up, and we'll talk about this some more when we actually go into the demo of creating the progress dialog, you need to be careful about not locking up the UI and making sure that you have some way to dismiss the dialog and still show it and do your work in the background. So that's an important consideration when considering using the progress dialog. There's also some static methods for generating a progress dialog, so it is a little bit easier to create one. You can actually create one in one line of code. And then another consideration that you'll have with the progress dialog is whether or not to provide cancel functionality. So what I mean by this is, do you want the user to be able to hit the back button and then that cancels whatever was going on? And a good example of this that I would have is in one of my applications, the pacemaker application. I have a progress dialog showing when I try to get a GPS lock from the GPS satellites. So I'm waiting till I get a response back. Well, if I never get a response back for some reason, say the phone's malfunctioning and it doesn't connect to GPS, or the GPS satellites are not available, if I don't provide some method for the user to cancel hitting the back button to cancel it and then stop trying to get the GPS, it's just going to hang the app and they're going to be stuck there. So you really want to consider that when working with a progress dialog. Some operations you can guarantee are going to complete, so you might not need to worry about that. But if it's something that you're not sure of, you're going to want to make sure that you hook up a cancel.